Welcome today to our review. I want to start off with first saying we had the ribbon or the groundbreaking for the bypass this week, which was awesome. They'll be starting work. Actually, we're starting behind us as we were doing the groundbreaking, and hopefully they'll have everything done. The 4-lane to Gravit's supposed to be done in the next year, and then by 2022 they'll have the connector to Missouri done. So we're excited about that and glad we're moving in the right direction. But the big news this week was we had 2 hearings, one on water for Centerton selling to Bella Vista, and one on the sewer. And I just kind of go with the timeline with the water selling, for Centerton selling water rights to Bella Vista within the Gravette city limits, because there's been a lot of questions about this, and just kind of update you. So back on February 24th, 2017, City of Gravette sent a letter to the Centerton Waterworks Department requesting, based on a law ACA 14208-102, giving us the right to request water rights within our city limits to sell water rights to the City of Gravette within our city limits. At that point in time, Centerton then had a meeting, brought our letter, plus they had a letter at that meeting from Bella Vista. In that meeting, that would have been dated March 21st, 2017. In that meeting, they voted not to accept Gravette's, but to accept the letter from Bella Vista to move forward with selling a portion, that would be from 72 and 279 to the Bella Vista line, to Bella Vista. And then after that, we sent another letter dated June 9th, 2017, stating the council reaffirmed its desire to purchase the rights to that area, and asked them to reconsider selling to Bella Vista and selling to the City of Gravette. And also on 6/21/2017 and 6/28, we also sent notarized letters asking them to also sell to the City of Gravette instead of Bella Vista, since it is within our city limits. And again, we're not given anything at that time that they would even consider it. And so at that point in time, council voted to go ahead and file a lawsuit against the Centerton Water Department in Centerton to try to stop them having multiple water departments in our city limits, and to go ahead and sell to us. We found out at that time that Centerton was using a federal law based on a rural development water district that they had purchased from a loan that they hadn't paid off yet, that allows them to keep that. We were basing off of an Arkansas law that states we have the right to water rights in our town. And so that is now under appeal, and we are hoping to get a favorable decision on that. If not, then we don't know how the state law and the federal law will match once the new 2020 census comes in, which will, different town sizes do make it different on this federal law too. So that kind of catches you up. This is through ANRC, Arkansas Natural Resources. They kind of run this side of things, and they're the ones everything has to go through. They give the approval or the denial of this. If they approve it, then Centerton then would move forward with selling to Bella Vista for about 1,300 acres, several miles of lines from that area, around 279 and 72 highway over to the Bella Vista line. There's also an option to send in public comment. We'll post that up here for you if anybody wants to send any public comment on it. But at this point in time, the hearing yesterday was any sides for or against to explain their reasoning. And so it now goes before the NRC board. It also, based on that hearing yesterday, Bella Vista's council has not approved it yet. It also has to go before them for approval too. And then we also had a hearing in the afternoon. And during all this research back in 2017, we also found out we didn't have sewer rights past Stagecoach Road, and neither did any other city. for that area also in Hiwasse. So we started the process to see what it would take for us to get the sewer rights. And so we had a sewer rights meeting at 1 o'clock. That's also will now be before the ANRC board to distinguish who or if we as a city can have sewer rights in the area of the bypass for future growth and that type of stuff. We should know about that. Here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, there's also a public comment period for that too. If you guys would like to say anything about that. So that's kind of the breakdown. I know it's a little confusing, a little convoluted, but that's kind of where we've been at for the last 2 years. It's kind of been a back and forth waiting game, and we're hoping things will move in the right direction going forward. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that gives you some good information. Let us know your comments. Thanks, guys.